in Australia is back in lockdown because of a spike in COVID cases.
We can no longer have people visiting others.
Greater Melbourne is under a stage 4 lockdown for 6 weeks.
Police will be out in force and you will be stopped and you will be
That means
harmed.
sweeping new restrictions, including a nightly curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Melbourne tightens the ring of steel. Police checkpoints stopping tens of thousands of cars will become a permanent fixture until the end of October.
2 months from now, a lot of businesses won't be here, and that means the jobs won't be here.
Because we shouldn't have had a second wave if hotel quarantine hadn't been botched.
G'day. Well, it's the end of October. We're still in lockdown. It's been going for a long time now, so just thought I'd do a bit of a vlog about it. Inform you guys, I've been talking about this most of the year now, so it's been really tough to get out, really tough to film some content for you guys. But we're doing the best we can, so let's get on the bike, do a short ride, because that's all we can do, and let you know what's going on at the moment.
As I said before, we've been in lockdown since pretty much April of this year, on and off, and hard lockdown, for 3, probably 5 months altogether. You can't go any further than 5 k's from home. And after a while, at the start it's a bit of a novelty. But after a while it really starts to wear on you, trying to see your kids, it's hard. We haven't seen our eldest daughter for a long time. I can understand why they did it to knock the numbers down, but at the moment we're down to, I think it's an average of 10 cases a day or something, and we've still got these really, really heavy restrictions on, and everybody's just over it. At the start, a lot of people were supporting the government, but now, especially after we found out, pretty much the government stuffed it all up and mucked it up with hotel quarantine, which is a whole other story. But I'm all for wearing the mask. I'm all for social distancing, washing your hands, all that sort of stuff. But we need to get moving again now, because it's just got beyond a joke. Honestly, it gets depressing. It really does. And I think everybody's just over it. And if they don't start letting people out, I reckon very soon, I think there's going to get civil disobedience. Don't forget we've had massive fines. At the moment it's $5 grand. If you walk where you're not supposed to be, and if you're not wearing a mask. I saw a guy the other day. I think he killed somebody in a road accident for being drunk. No, he didn't kill anybody. He was in an accident because he was drunk. He got fined, I think it was $2,200. And if you get caught not wearing a mask, it's $5 grand. It's just. I understand the mask stuff, 100%. If you go into shopping centres and all that sort of stuff, I agree with it. Populated areas, absolutely. But if you walk along this road here, walking your dog, I really can't see the point in wearing a mask. I think have it on you. If you get in contact with somebody, put it on. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, better a short ride than no ride. So as I was saying, we've definitely been, most of the year we've been in lockdown now, and people really are jack of it. But the problem is, we've now found out that the government cocked up the hotel quarantining, which is when people were coming back from overseas and were supposed to be quarantined. What they did is they employed a private security company rather than the ADF, Australian Defence Force, and the police. We've also found out that the people that got the contract weren't trained appropriately, and really had no idea, and that's how the disease got out. It's also come out now that they were awarded a $30 million contract. They weren't even on the preferred government suppliers list. So one minister's resigned, another top bureaucrat's resigned. The chief health officer is now in trouble because it looks like he hasn't, he's read emails and not passed them on. I also think some of the things that the government's done and the police have been very, very heavy-handed. Having, flying drones over people's houses and putting in a curfew and stuff like that, which we've now found out had no support or no relevance to anything that they kept telling us. It was all about scientific data. Well, nobody asked them to put the curfew in. It was just decided by, from what I can tell, the Premier Daniel Andrews, which there's been a lot of people fined and stuff because of that curfew, and I still can't see the point of it. At the end of the day, you need to trust the public, and I think what's happened is, especially Australians being the way they are, if you keep hitting people over the head with a big stick, sooner or later they're going to bite back, right? So look, forget about this whole conspiracy theory. There's no such thing as a disease. Look, COVID is definitely there, and there's lots and lots of people dying. Do I think it's as bad as what everybody said it, made it out to be? There's been a lot of scaremongering, within the, from the media, which that's how they sell their advertising. But I know of one person that's close to us who's had 7 people either in his family or close people that have had it. 6 of those pretty much just had a cold, felt a bit down for a day or so. One guy had diabetes and he got really crook. So I think, we need to look after the elderly. I think, if you're crook already, if you've, got an underlying health condition, I think, you need to be very, very careful. But let's face it, people are still dying from the flu every year. I know everybody's waiting for a vaccine. We've got a vaccine for the flu and people still get the flu. So I think we're going to have to learn to live with it. I think make sure you wear your mask. I think social distance. And just be careful, wash your hands, all that sort of stuff. But God, we've got to get back to work. I know of 2 businesses now that have gone under. One a really, really good restaurant close to us. I feel sorry for those guys in the restaurant and pub business because they just haven't worked yet. And the other one was an automotive supplier. So look, that's just my take on it. Hopefully this weekend we get some good news. They've eased off some of the restrictions. But we can still only go 25 k's, and other than that, nothing else has really changed. So hopefully, I think this week we've had some really good numbers. We're only averaging, I think it's 6 a day, which is nothing. When you consider there's 6.5 million people there, it's a very, very low number. And I think we just got to get back to work. Anyway, that's my take. Whether you agree or disagree, leave me a comment. Always remember, take the time to make someone smile, and we'll see you next time on the Harley Road Show. Cheers.